My creative idea is to share my first and second year in Taiwan through pictures, and I will embed them into the video.
Okay.
And then I'll just spread them out here, and then there's a question related to each of these.
Okay.
So you can comment about the pictures, and I'll ask you a question.
Okay. Sounds good.
And see if you had similar or different
Yeah.
experiences, right? This is Oliver.
Oh, hi, guys.
Or Ollie.
Yeah.
And I'm Jay. And he's been here, how long?
I guess 8. Oh, I always forget to add a month. I think it's 8 months now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's about right.
8 months.
You got your bearings, and like you're into a groove now.
I think it's almost 9 months.
Hi, Mom. Maybe she'll see this. I'll post it on our Facebook page if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
To share,
Of
and on
course.
our YouTube channel, which is called Leader Schools. One word. You've been living in the teacher's apartment the entire time, but you moved.
Yes.
So this was my first.
Oh, nice.
Look, no air conditioning.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, this was my room in Zhonghua in my second year, probably. How are your accommodations right now? How are you finding your apartment?
I like it. I really like the view. I can see the Buddha. There's a Buddha up on a hill. I love that it gets a lot of sunlight in the morning. That's kind of my alarm clock, is the sunlight.
So
And
you did move rooms.
Yeah, to the corner.
Yeah.
So I really like a lot of sunlight, and so I wake up. It has positives and negatives. If you want to sleep in, you gotta put a pillow over your head.
Oh, so
But-
there's not a good blockout curtain.
Oh, it's not bad. It's just it's directly in the sun, so.
So even when you put down your shade.
Yeah, but I like it that way because I think it's a more natural way of waking up to the sun.
All
so
right.
I really enjoy it. It makes me feel happy.
Okay, that was question one. That's my old boss, who I still know.
Okay.
His name's Katie. And that looks like our welcome party. It says Carrie and Jay's welcome. That's Jesse, who you met. He's at the tennis court.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there a year before me. So my question is, the staff at the YMCA were great. This is Leader. So how would you characterize your relationship with our staff and directors?
Oh, very, very close. Whenever you come to a foreign country, you're kind of out on your own, and I have been very welcomed here and made really good friends, gone on a few trips with some of my coworkers.
We'll get into that. When you have a problem, you need to deal with the staff, how does that go? Like, can you communicate with them in English?
Yes, you can. Yeah. You can communicate with them in English, and there's always, if there is a problem, maybe someone doesn't speak the best English, there's always someone around who speaks English.
Right.
So I've had
like an English teacher.
Yeah.
Taiwanese
Yeah.
English teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Also help facilitate the.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes speak to them in Chinese?
Sometimes.
Have you
Yeah. Especially Judy. Sometimes I'll she'll teach me a word here or there.
Yeah, Judy's our administrative director and also the one who pays you. So.
Yeah. She's I think she really enjoys teaching me a word here and there.
I'll show you what traffic used to be like.
Oh wow, yeah.
Do you notice? No helmets.
Yeah.
Do you know where this location is?
Is that the 7 that's down that way?
Nope.
Or
This is actually the intersection right there. So this corner store is now selling lunch boxes.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah. So it's the red store.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
the red
okay.
store. Yeah.
I've never been there.
And they used to have businesses upstairs. Right now there's nothing in the upstairs. But
Okay.
It was a kindy. And that was a 7-Eleven. So we had a closer 7-Eleven at that time.
Yeah.
But you can see the scooters. Here's another picture.
I guess there are street lights at least.
Oh yeah, we had traffic lights at that time.
It took me a while to see that.
Yeah,
one,
but no, you notice there's no bilingual sign, and now we have bilingual signs.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And here's some pictures of the train. I thought that was a cute shot. These are
Okay.
2 of my adult students,
Okay.
and she's wearing his hat, and he let me sit in his
The
compartment.
train. Yeah. The normal train.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question is, tell us about your mode of transportation.
Okay. So my original mode of transportation was a bicycle, and I had that for about. Well, I was very fortunate. Speaking of being welcomed here, one of my co-teachers, Brian, he lent me his bicycle for 2 weeks until I got my own bicycle, and then I rode that for 4 or 5 months, and that was my main transportation for.
How about the U-bike system? Did you use that?
You know, I never had to. I always had a bike. In fact, I actually U-biked for the first time just the other weekend. Yeah. If you don't get a bike, it's very easy to download an app, and you can use the public bikes.
Yeah, I haven't used the newer one. I used when they were giant bikes, but now it's Movo.
Movo?
Is it Movo? Oh, does it work the same way?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I've never done it in Changhua. I've only done it in Taiwan.
Oh, that makes sense. Because you have transportation here, but how do you get to Taiwan?
So I live right by the train station, but now I have a scooter, so I've been using that a lot more to get around. And yeah, it's like if I'm going somewhere in Taichung where I need to carry a lot of stuff, like Costco or maybe Decathlon, and I know there's parking, I'll take the scooter.
Decathlon's a sports equipment store.
Yeah, very, very good sports store. Yeah. But if I want to go somewhere where there's a lot of traffic, I'll usually just ride the train, because scootering in a lot of traffic's not. And parking is not as fun.
Yeah. So when you take the train, you use your yo-yo card and just go beep.
Yep. I just go beep. Yeah, exactly.
Have you used the MRT yet in Taichung?
Yes. Yeah, I have. Super convenient. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 lines. There's not like a whole bunch of places it goes, but it's very conveniently placed. And you just, I think Shinwuru is where the MRT is. And
right, so you got the train takes you to the high-speed rail and the MRT. So if you go to that station, you can, it's like a hub.
Yeah, and the trains, the same train that you might ride to Taichung. I mean, it's a little different because there's like a local train, and then there's a bigger train, but it's the same line that you'd go to if you were going to go on a trip around the whole island. So it's super convenient and everything's connected. And as long as you aren't going too far inland, the train pretty much goes anywhere you want it to go.
Yeah. So. Yeah, inland would be up mountains. You got to get into some leader stuff here.
Yeah.
Here's a picture. I showed some of these to my class.
Oh, nice. Highlights?
Highlights of what?
Oh, your hair?
Oh, no, it's just, I don't know why it's so dark there. Yeah, my hair was kind of long-ish in my first year, and my boss was not super happy about that.
Yeah.
I got it cut. Just these are actually Aboriginal kids. This is their makeshift basketball hoop.
I like it.
So my question is, I've had the pleasure of teaching adults and kids, and the kids are so creative, fun-loving, and innocent. And what is one experience that sticks out with you teaching kids at Leader here?
I would say one time we had to act out a phone call between Frankenstein and I think it was Dracula. Yeah, it's in Mega 2. Having to explain to the kids, who Dracula is and who Frankenstein is, and them really having no idea but trying to go along with it. Yeah, I think we ended up changing it to like anime characters that they knew.
Oh, okay.
That I didn't know.
But it was a successful.
Oh, yeah, and it was just funny hearing them like try to act out characters, and it was the first time I'd really seen a class try to really act something out. And it was really funny, and
Was that over at Nunbo?
No, that was here.
It was here.
Yeah, yeah. Making the kids laugh and stuff was a lot of fun too.
Yeah. Mega 2 is kind of a higher level, but they're still younger kids.
Oh no, they're A7A.
A7, okay.
Yeah, this was a while ago.
Might be a couple junior high.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fun kids in there, and everybody laughed a lot, and I always like laughter.
Laughter's great.
So, yeah.
Check this one out. I don't know what kind of music you're into, but
the Pearl Jam, yeah. 600, not bad.
Look at the year.
1995.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't around yet.
That is Lantern Festival. That's a tea ceremony. You know what this is?
Yeah, Dragon Boat.
So my question is, what cultural events and festivals have you attended? Concerts included.
The biggest thing I did was probably last weekend. I walked with Matsu. Yeah, I went from, I think it was Dadu to just south of Daja.
You went backwards.
No, it
Or
was
did you
returning.
go-
It was this.
You were going return.
return.
Oh.
Yeah, so you did the weekend before me.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, okay, for people who don't know, Matsu, it's a 9-day pilgrimage. Matsu is the goddess of the sea. And it starts in Daja. 2 years ago with another teacher Brian. You can see his video here. And Keenan, you can see her video here. We walked to, well, I got to Dadu, from Daja to Dadu. Fast forward 2 years, I wanted to continue that journey. So I went Dadu to Changhua with Jesse, my friend. And so they go to Jai, and then they come back. So you caught them on
The way back.
return.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A few. I mean, I'm not sure if there were less people. There were still a lot of people. But I think we walked for about, I think we gave up kind of at the end.
Who's we?
It was me and then 2 people I met at the college I go to for Chinese. And one of their boyfriends who was the religious one. And 2 of them had never done it before either. So it was first. But I think we walked about 16 miles.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it was almost Dadu to Daja. I think we skipped like 1 or 2 train stops maybe.
Yeah.
And then we just said we got to get. But
I did 25K the first year, and this year I did 20K. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was all day. It was like, and we didn't stick with Matsu the whole time. We did the bow thing where you bow.
Oh, you were close to Matsu then.
Yeah, for a little while.
We were way ahead.
So we did it, and then Matsu comes over us, and then for the rest
You
of the
got
trip,
blessed.
I got blessed. Yeah, you make a wish.
So they carry. Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, so they carry Matsu on like an ark, and it's probably, I would say maybe 15, 16 people all carrying it on sticks, and like an ark, and you don't actually see the statue because it's in the ark, but it's there, and all these people are walking with it along the road, and they're giving out like free water, free snacks. It's just kind of a party.
And then people will go down on their hands and knees.
Yeah. And so that's what we did because one of the guys I was with was very religious, and I'm always down to get involved in the culture. So you get in and you bow, and they walk Matsu over you, and as they walk Matsu over you, you're supposed to say your name, where you're from, how old you are, and make a wish. Yeah, and then you get up and
Interesting experience.
yeah, we just kind of kept walking and walked for probably 8 more hours. And
Yeah, wow, that's a lot of walking. Glad you got to do that.
it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. These are 2 separate occasions. One is just kind of a trip with the YMCA. They did some social work. So these are not all YMCA students, but we went out to Aboriginal communities and places in the mountains. And so I'm the only one with this big mushroom helmet on. You can see nobody wore helmets except me. And then this was an actual race.
Okay.
It started at the stadium. And that was my first mountain bike, which I used as a road bike for that event. But I've done tennis, you're familiar with that, long distance running here, et cetera, et cetera. How about you? What do you do for exercise?
Whatever's fun. I live across from a gym, so I try to go there 2 or 3 times a week. And other than that, I used to be biking everywhere, but I'm doing that a lot less. So I think the main form of exercise might be hiking. I kind of change it up every week. Like this last weekend, it was walking with Matsu.
Yeah. It's kind of hiking, but it's
Yeah.
on the asphalt, not
Yeah.
up in the mountains. There's a lot of mountains here. Have you conquered any peaks?
I don't think I'm more of a waterfall and hot spring kind of person. Yeah, I haven't really attacked any peaks, but
The waterfalls are awesome.
Yeah, done a lot
So
of
you're
river
going
trekking.
down into the valleys because that's where the waterfalls are.
Yeah, and like a lot of river trekking. And that's also thanks to teacher Brian.
Yeah.
He's the one that's kind of showed me how to do that.
Have you been in his inflatable kayak at all?
I have, yeah. It's fun.
That's great. Where have you done that?
Awanda, and then also at Taiwan.
Speaking of friendships,
Oh, very nice.
you know who that is.
Yes, I have a guess.
I've met great people and met the love of my life here,
Yes.
which is this one. No, just kidding. Speak about your new friendships and bonds that you have made thus far.
I think coming here, you kind of give up all your friends at home, and
Aw.
you can't be with your family, so it puts you.
Hopefully you're still in contact.
Oh yeah. Hey mom. A lot of people that come here are looking for friends and are open to friends, and so I've made lots of friends here at Leader, and I've made lots of friends. I take Chinese classes, and I've made a lot of friends there, and then just one of my best friend now. I actually met them at 7-Eleven. They just heard me speaking English.
Wow.
And yeah, she came up to me and then I met a whole group of people there.
Through that person.
Through that person.
Yeah, it's cool how the network works.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first got here, I didn't think there were that many other foreign. I mean, it's great if you can make relationships with Taiwanese people. Mm-hmm. And at first, you make relationships with Taiwanese people who can speak English because you can't speak Chinese. But then as your Chinese grows, you can expand your network. When I first was here, I didn't think there were too many foreigners, but there's a lot of us in the woodwork.
Yeah, and they're easy to spot. Like whenever you see one, it's not like it's not you can't recognize them. They're pretty.
Yeah,
they're pretty.
And some people will ignore you, and some people are very. I don't know. It's weird. Like they don't want to be singled out as being a foreigner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Some people you just kind of nod at.
Like they'd be like, well, why did you say hi to me? Just because I'm different looking? Like you? I don't know.
Or maybe I think a lot of people maybe left their home because they didn't like their home, and so maybe other foreigners remind them.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe they want to be really immersive in the culture. And, yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting phenomenon. You'll understand what we mean when you get here. Some people are just kind of standoffish, and some people are like just open arms, friendly.
Yeah.
Right? When speaking about the foreign population,
and you find them in the same places. Like foreigners will usually be. I see a lot of foreigners at McDonald's. That's the main place I always feel like.
How about the gym?
Actually, no. I think there's only 3 of us, and it's Brian's one of them, and my neighbor's the other one.
Yeah.
So I already know all the foreigners there.
There's a lot of gyms.
Yeah, but maybe a lot of like other Asian foreigners, like Filipinos or Indonesians.
Oh yeah.
Or
There's
Vietnamese.
A huge migrant worker population here. Yeah, which we saw on that the day that we were doing the Mazu pilgrimage. There was also a Muslim. They were doing like a prayer thing in the morning with a huge tent outside the train station. Where have you been? This relates to what you were talking about already. Where have you been on the island already? This is just one picture, beautiful picture.
Oh, is that Hualien?
Yep. Or thereabouts, somewhere on the eastern side. Taiwan is an island of extraordinary beauty. Where have you been so far?
The only major city I have not been to is Ilan. Besides that, I haven't really been into and seen is Tainan. I have been to, I took a trip around the whole island. So I went to Hualien, Taidong, Kinting, and then Kaohsiung. And
that was for Chinese New Year?
Chinese New Year. And then I've been to Taipei now twice. Taichung plenty of times. I've been to Taoyuan once. I haven't been to Hsinchu.
Hsinchu, yeah.
Yeah.
How about the outlying islands?
Nope.
Like where Maddie was headed.
I've not been to Penghu or any of the other
Green
islands.
Island.
Yeah, it's on the list for sure.
Okay, on the itinerary.
Yeah. I think Nanto's probably my favorite.
Nanto's great. Yeah, local. I'm going to Lehuan Mountain on Monday.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to try 4 peaks, 3 or 4. Okay. 2 of them are really easy.
Yeah.
The other ones are a bit more challenging, but we're going to start out at like 4 a.m. and just try to hit as many as possible.
Well, good
It's
luck.
a 3-hour drive. Right?
Yeah.
Along the lines of where you've been, what's the most exciting thing?
That's a good question. Rafting. Rafting in Awanda was a lot of fun. I would say, all of it, surfing. I can't surf, but that made it more exciting because you feel like you're not in control.
So you kind of did like bodyboard, couldn't stand up?
No, I did the don't drown. Yeah. The waves were ridiculous. This was in Taidong, and it was hitting against rocks.
Oh.
But it's like a lot of the river treks and waterfall hikes have involved a lot of like ropes and rock climbing and a few slips here and there.
Nice.
And some jumps. And
So no bungee jumping yet?
No. Not here, no. No bungee jumping here.
Oh, but you have done it before?
That's where my picture's from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I've got
So we have a bio board out there. And this was grass skiing. These are like little tank tracks. And it was right up where the golf course, next to where the golf course is.
Okay.
They had a grass skiing hill. It's pretty fun.
And you just go downhill, I guess?
Yeah, and at the top they have actually a ramp to make you even go faster.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but they don't have it anymore. This is all houses now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1995.
That looks nice.
Almost, look at that, May 7th.
Almost the anniversary of this.
Yes. You've done kayaking, surfing.
No, surfing I've not done. I've been on, you're right, body surfing. Yeah, that was scary, not exciting, I guess. I should have rephrased that. Is that your Jeep or did you rent
No,
that?
we rented it in Kending.
Okay.
Show them the license, and that was really easy to rent.
Yeah.
Okay, serious question. What has frustrated you the most?
Honestly, not a whole lot has been super frustrating. I think maybe the trains don't go more inland.
Oh, okay. Well, you could just take a bus.
Yeah, you take and like I guess one thing is Google Maps isn't always 100% accurate about where you are. It'll be off. It'll have you on the wrong side of the road.
So I assume you've gotten lost then if you're saying you're frustrated.
Well, yeah, like you'll just be like waiting for a bus stop and you'll realize Google Maps has your location wrong, and so there will either won't be a bus stop there, or the bus stop will be like in a slightly different place, and you'll be like waiting for a while, like where's the bus? But now that I have a scooter, that's been a lot less of frustration.
So things are going smooth right now. That's my biological father. That's my stepfather and my mom. They visited 4 times. He visited once, financed by his friends, which was really cool. I went to Okinawa to visit friends.
Okay.
And some friends visited me. He lives in Yokohama now with his wife. Is there any chance of that happening for you?
I don't really know. Honestly, both my dad works. I can answer that one.
So you don't have other friends living in Asia?
I actually have got one friend in Taiwan, not super close. Yeah, I should go see him. And other than that,
and so parents haven't talked about like, hey, maybe I'll come to Taiwan.
Maybe. I think it just kind of depends. I think that's something they'll talk about more in the future.
You haven't only been here.
Yeah. So, I could see them coming. Just right now, that hasn't been something they've talked about.
Yeah. I guess if you grew roots and say, Mom, Dad, I'm staying in Taiwan, then maybe they would come and visit.
Yeah.
I shouldn't project what happened to me onto you.
Yeah.
Some people become lifers.
Yeah.
How was your feeling about that? You think you want to kind of, run around the world, or you comfortable here? And
I really like here a lot, but if I was going to take the time off, I think to to travel, like if my family was going to come, I would want to use my time off like traveling somewhere other than Taiwan.
Oh, yeah, I get you. Yeah,
so
that's what we did too.
Yeah, so
we went to Bali. We went to
So I would want to use my time like going somewhere like Vietnam or Thailand or
so
Australia.
just give them a little taste of Taiwan, and then this is a great jumping off point.
Yeah. I really like the island, but I want to see see some of the other countries too.
Oh, and that will give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
To do that. All right, last question.
Okay.
Is plans to travel to other Asian countries.
Okay.
So they all lead it. That's where I got my scuba.
Okay.
I'm getting a foot massage on a beach. And so this is in the Philippines.
Okay.
It's Boracay. What would be your top destinations for Asia region?
Probably, I would say Vietnam. I'll say tied with Malaysia.
Okay.
Vietnam and Malaysia.
Yeah.
I've got a really good Malaysian friend I've made. I always like traveling somewhere where you have a friend because, you get more of a local experience.
Yeah.
You have a place to stay. You get a more authentic feeling. Besides those, wherever the wind blows me. I think it just, I haven't looked
He's a free spirit.
I haven't really looked at prices. I know, I'd really like to go
that's an issue.
to like Hong Kong at some point.
Yeah, well, that's the cheapest.
Yeah, I'd really like to go to Hong Kong at some point. And maybe Shanghai, but I know it's kind of hard right now.
Yeah.
I'd say Hong Kong, Vietnam, Malaysia, and maybe like see Japan. I know it's really expensive, so.
Yeah. Well, Okinawa is probably the closest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Is there anything else you would like to say? I have not prepared you in any way for these questions.
No, these are all.
Actually, I didn't ask you too much about Leader, but how's your experience working here?
Oh, I love it. I've had a great time. It's a good job, and I think there's a reason why people stay so long. Yeah, come and join the family. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
I was going to show them some wrestling moves, but yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, maybe a different video.
Yeah, that's something we were scholastic wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Have a nice day.